Good morrow, my hooligans and delinquents. As I hope you're all having a fantastic day. Far from an aggressively average day. Motherfuckers, $3 has been unlocked. And we're only getting started. Ladies and gentlemen, the beginning of the next leg up of the green god candle of truth is here. It has taken a little longer than I expected, but I'm so excited, and I just can't hide it. And the energy of 2025 is so different, isn't it? Ladies and gentlemen, we have so much to discuss. As in my absence, I've allowed the rest of the community to inform all of you about the recent developments going on. Quite frankly, since 2018 when I started my channel, I knew a moment like this would come, and we're finally here. I promised all of you, major shifts on my channel will be happening, and they're about to begin. But right now, what you have to understand is, people will be coming out of the woodwork pretending as if XRP was always their baby, their precious, something they've supported. But remember all those people that were actually there through the bear market, when it was unpopular, when it wasn't worth it to talk about XRP, through the SEC lawsuit, all of it. In my personal opinion, $8 will be the next level we have to look at. It'll likely be achieved within a couple weeks, in my personal opinion. And I think there's not much left to be said, truly. Ripple is confirmed having photos with President Donald Trump. I wonder what that means. I'll tell you what it means as we decipher the lizard talk. Ladies and gentlemen, all these motherfuckers are lizards. I don't care if you like Trump. I don't care if you like Ripple. I don't care if you're a Democrat. They all speak in tongues. And they speak the same language. To me, it's self-evident that this case will be dropped and used as a catalyst to send the price up. Ladies and gentlemen, in addition, the bear has spoken. The boats are sailing. We're onwards to victory. And look at the boat. While we have a picture of a boat in the background, I just think that's fucking interesting, isn't it? Ripple's partnered with Chainlink to bring real USD to DeFi. Ladies and gentlemen, all these developments we've been talking about for a long time are self-evident and will be used to explain why the price is exploding. Too many catalysts at once. Too much price suppression. We're going to the fucking moon. And here, Brad Garlinghouse from Ripple has hinted, for the second time, at an XRP strategic reserve. The SEC case will be resolved. An XRP ETF will be an additional price catalyst, and a strategic reserve will give us all island buying money that you will never be able to finish spending. You don't believe me? It's still true. Now please take a listen, as 2025 is off with a bang.
That long ago, that XRP was the second most valuable digital asset. And again, that's before you had these exogenous factors that I would say were unnatural, maybe not ethical in debate, but, and I think now you're seeing that change. And I think, with a level playing field, I almost think about it as if you hold a basketball under the water long enough, eventually you let go of it and it shoots up. But why are we surprised by this? Somebody was holding it underwater and now it's rising. So look, I feel like it feels somewhat vindicating, I'll be honest with you. But I think we should measure these over a long arc of time. I encourage Ripple employees. Yes, we are aware that XRP has gone up in value, but we really do try to take a very long-term view about what we're building and how that contributes to an internet of value, and how XRP can be a critical component of an internet of value.
Yeah, it's like trying to disconnect some of the speculation from obviously the use case and ultimately how to think about the value. But my work as an analyst, we look at flow of funds, covering stocks for 20 plus years. And when you remove a huge barrier to inflows, what happens is, and there's demand, price goes up. And, so we've been obviously talking about these ETFs, and I still personally think we're in the very early innings of demand into just even the Bitcoin ETFs, let alone as people kind of go down the path into other assets. And so, that's hundreds of billions of dollars, in my opinion, over the next few years. And then you talk about demand from something like a reserve, which, in my opinion, it would probably far surpass the demand for even the ETF. So, it's an interesting just dynamic of like trying to set price on something where you essentially had a massive restriction on the ability to buy the demand side. And so price discovery is going to be interesting here for a while.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, in the process of recording this video, XRP has reached the $3.30 mark. And oh, baby, should we be excited or not? In the process of XRP bypassing $3, Gary Gensler decides to appeal the SEC ruling. And it's fascinating to see. Ladies and gentlemen, what's so interesting is that literally nobody gives a solitary fuck about the SEC anymore. And what Waters Above said was true. XRP and the price is not contingent on a positive result for the SEC case. Upon that announcement, XRP fell really quickly below $3 and then went right back to $3.30. I think even reaching as high as $3.36. We are still going the fuck up. And originally, when I first started making my XRP exit plan, I had $3 as a reasonable first sell target for XRP. But after I witnessed that we did not bypass $3 about a month and a half ago, I went to around $2.85. I said to myself, nah. We need this bitch to go higher. It's gonna go higher. I'm not fucking selling. And I believe that $8 mark is the next realistic target that I need to look at for profit taking from XRP. Ladies and gentlemen, hold on to your hats. Hold on to your moon boots. We are on a moon mission. Recently, there's been a lot of XRP news about Bank of America patents and the partnership Ripple has with Bank of America. We've known this for over 5 years now. This is not new. But what you need to understand is that we are going to activate all of these partnerships.
Another one you like is Ripple. Mm-hmm. You said it is the coin to be looking at right now.
Absolutely.
Why?
Okay, so Ripple actually was the second largest coin prior to the SEC's investigation of them. They did this really weird lawsuit against them, and basically the Ripple's going to be the track that everything's going to be running on in the future. So they created their own stable coin right now.
Okay.
And Bank of America, like I said, they were doing 100% of their internal transactions. They've got 83 different patents on it, and there's some incredible stuff that's going to be coming out.
And with the launch of everything going on right now, the real USD stablecoin, and eventually other real currencies in the world are going to go exponential. This is going to drive utility and demand onto the XRP ledger. And the moon mission we're all expecting is going to be catalyzed, in my opinion, by Tether. Tether is a big racket. It always has been, always will be. But here, I think what's so important is that you realize that SpaceX will be using stablecoins to handle Starlink payments in remote areas, avoiding FX risks and wire transfer hassles. Funds are converted to stablecoins sent to the US and then back to US dollars. And ladies and gentlemen, this is just a glimpse of what the future utility is going to be.
Yes, there's a lot of ways you can do that. One of them, one of the smoking guns, or one, I should say, it's not a smoking gun, it's a lot of smoke that I wish people would look into a little bit more is Tether. So we don't talk about Tether at all in the book. It's not mentioned once, but Tether is a stable coin that is sort of some of the financial plumbing and how money in crypto moves around.
Right.
There is an enormous amount of smoke around Tether. They have admitted, at least on one occasion, that the money that they claim to be sitting in cash is not actually there, and they're making a bunch of promises. Oh, we'll make good on the money, the coins that are supposed to be backed by US dollars. Tether is another one of these tools where if you wanted to run the price up, all you have to do is print up a bunch of tethers. It's a small group of people that have the power to do this. You print up a bunch of tethers, and then you go to the exchanges to buy up the Bitcoin, and the price would go through the roof, especially if you have like an unlimited amount of tethers that you could buy. Now, this is speculation. I don't have hard evidence that this is the case. And like I said, we didn't even talk about this in the book at all. And yet, if I had to bet on it, I would say that is definitely happening in Bitcoin for the purpose of turning it into a pump and up system, because you can make an unbelievable amount of money by playing those types of.
The point is that a lot of companies that you would never think. So, for example, SpaceX uses these stable coins. How do you think they collect payments from all the Starlink customers when they aggregate them in all of these long tail countries? They don't want to necessarily take the FX risk, the foreign exchange risk. They don't want to deal with sending wires. So what they do is they'll swap into stablecoin, send it back to the United States, and then swap back to US dollars. So it's a very useful utility. So number one is, I think we need to make those rails the standard rails in the United States. And what that does is it allows us to chip away at all of this decrepit infrastructure that the banks use to sort of slow down and tax a process that should never have been taxed.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm sure that's a lot to unpack. But you need to realize this right now. XRP in 2020 was sued by the SEC on Jay Clayton's last day in office. Now, on Gary Gensler's last week in office, he wants to appeal the ruling of the SEC case. Bitches. We see what our government officials do to us very clearly, don't we? The last time it worked in bringing down the price 70%. Yesterday it didn't. We bounced back to new all-time highs. But now we're in position with Trump being a pro-crypto president to see the crypto market thrive. Apparently we're going to see tax-free gains for US-based cryptos. We saw Gary Gensler get annihilated by every single politician for being an awful chairman. We see Brad Garlinghouse with Donald Trump in meetings officially confirmed. You're witnessing people talking about stablecoins helping to save the infrastructure of the financial system, and XRP is the one that's best positioned for it. Gary Gensler is a sham. Brad Garlinghouse let us know that time and time again. And here, if we believe what Brad says, it is clear that the US government is going after Tether. Look at micro regulations in the EU. Tether is a racket and it will be replaced. And real USD is going to be one of the biggest beneficiaries of it. Why is it that every single position, every single development that is most likely to occur, Ripple and XRP are positioned for it? It's because they are part of the future system. And they know exactly what they're doing. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you're all having a happy new year. I hope we're all having a fantastic day. Because as our net worth continues to multiply, all I ask you to do is that you don't get lost in the sauce and you execute on your exit plans. Secure generational wealth now, because there will be a crash that comes at some point down the road. You are not bullish enough on XRP. Robinhood and Bitstamp will drive the XRP ledger into the $1 quadrillion derivatives market with their partnership. And here, to cap off this video for today, while I am telling you that my next sell target for XRP is the $8 mark, there are legitimate possibilities that unprecedented values for XRP are possible this cycle. I want you all to be aware. And here, the economic ninja has been someone really hammering home the message about XRP on YouTube recently, and I've been enjoying watching this content. But this clip, to cap off this video for today, is something I think you need inculcated into your minds. You need to really hammer it home. You need to get the message, because it's clear to me that XRP is much bigger than anyone could have imagined. Now people are starting to fucking get it because the price is going up. But the true believers, the real members of the XRP army that have weathered the storm since 2017, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, through the maxis, through the lawsuit, through the fear, uncertainty, and doubt, you guys that have been here since the 11 cent, 20 cent, 30 cent, 50 cent, sub-dollar mark, $2 mark, all of it, you guys all really know what the fuck you own. We deserve everything we're gonna get. And I'm so proud that I've helped lead all of you on this journey. We're just getting started. And this green God candle of truth is nowhere close to done. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Bearable Bull here. Thanks for tuning in. As always, I appreciate every single one of you. Now I'll be back tomorrow with another video.
Robinhood and Bitstamp drive XRP ledger into the $1 quadrillion derivatives market. Now, this is a big deal. Robinhood, even though I'm not a fan of Robinhood, and Bitstamp, building this derivatives market is going to be insane, all right? Tokenized derivatives on the XRP ledger promise 24/7 trading, instant settlements, and fractional ownership. Robinhood's acquisition of Bitstamp could significantly boost XRP's utility and adoption. All right, first I want to tell you this. The reason why all of this news is coming out, because I'm going to share something about what Brad Garlinghouse just said about real estate right now, because it's now the time to jump. Prior to these ETFs coming out in XRP, you're going to see all of the truth come out about the XRP ledger and what they planned all along. That it's way more than just a token to run a machine for moving currencies and stable coins around the world instantaneously, right? It's a lot more than that. The reason why all this news is coming out right now and in the next couple of months is because the ETFs start firing off in the springtime. That's a foregone conclusion. But Brad Garlinghouse, the leaders of Ripple, want everybody around the world to know what's coming on this blockchain. And they want all of these hedge fund managers to know so that they can start talking to their clients about it, or their clients are calling them saying, I want that ETF. Buy it, buy it, buy it, okay? This is gonna send shockwaves through the price action, because you're gonna see volume pick up exponentially, right? And then again, you'll see XRP taken off of the open market and stored away into the rich hands, right? The money managers and all that kind of stuff. It's very easy to spot. All right, let's, there's going to be signs. All right, here we go. The XRP ledger is just about to change the financial world with the imminent possibility of tokenization of derivatives. It tokenizes fractional financial contracts such as futures, options, and swaps as digital assets built on the blockchain, consequently remove some of the inefficiencies bound to legacy systems. According to researcher Mark Avery, fractional ownership also allows retail investors to trade high-value derivatives with lower capital. Now, think about this. In the stock realm, obviously you can only trade, Monday through Friday, whatever the hours are, right? So here's the question I want to ask you right now. Think about when stocks, they go, hey, our stock's gotten overpriced. Nobody can afford it. It's $100, it's $1,000, or whatever, a share. We need to do a split. So they double the amount of shares, they split the price, and nothing changed the market cap, right? Except they know a bunch of people with not a lot of money can buy the stock. Think about how valuable amazing assets, when they're tokenized and split into fractional shares, will be as far as people wanting to own things that they normally could not. They did not have access to it. I'll give an example. Berkshire Hathaway stock. What I'm saying is, can you imagine being able to buy a part of Berkshire Hathaway and be able to sit inside of the success that is the machine of Warren Buffett, right? So that broke down into a very simple sort of thing. That's what we're talking about with derivatives on the XRP ledger, right? So it says speculation over Robinhood's acquisition of Bitstamp, coupled with rumors of a Bitstamp building a derivative exchange on the XRPL, suggests that this is going to be one very ambitious play for institutional adoption. The combination would definitely turn high trading volumes on the XRPL through the combination of a huge retail user base in the case of Robinhood with the more conservative yet robust reputation in an exchange presented by Bitstamp. Okay, so what does that mean? When they're talking about high trading volumes on the XRPL ledger, remember, every time an XRP is moved on that ledger, a little bit of that, a tiny bit of the transaction cost disappears forever. All right? And that part of the code wasn't actually enacted in 2014. It hasn't been around this whole time. And already 13 million XRP are gone forever. Okay? And I know it sounds crazy. 100 billion, 100 billion. I'm going to be honest with you. What do you think the possibility, type yes or no, the possibility of one day Ripple going, you know what, let's burn 100 billion tokens. Just burn them, destroy them. But after everything's running, think about what that would do to the value of not your coins. They don't care about your coins. They care about their coins and all of the banks that invested. See, if they all of a sudden went, yeah, let's burn 100 billion for mass, just burn it, destroy it. Now instead of, there's what, $987 billion, is that right? 100 billion. 908, the numbers. They just all of a sudden cut it down by 100 billion. Do you know what that's going to do to the value? It's going to go up. That's how the world works.